welcome to NBS Nelson City Brass's Meet the Band series. And this week we feature one of our regular out-of-town players, John McGough. Hiya John. So can you tell us a little bit about your playing journey so far?
Hi there, I started playing the cornet at 9 when I was about 8. My mother was a dancing teacher and she used to do shows and theatres and that sort of thing. And she said to me, John, it's time for you to give up your professional career at 8 as a matchbox car racing driver and get and do some hobbies. So we went along to the show and there was an orchestra in the pit. And she said, have a look while the show is going. I think that was really to keep me quiet. And pick an instrument that you like, and at the end of the show I'll ask the player, get some advice on where to get some lessons. So I actually picked the cornet player, and the cornet player there was the national champion at the time, Vaughan McDonald. She arranged for me to have lessons off Vaughan, and it all started from there, really. He then went away with the national band, and then I went to the late great Errol Mason, one of New Zealand's most famous cornet players, for lessons. So that's where it started, and I never looked back.
John, what do you like to do in your spare time?
My hobbies, I love to e-bike. Not the most energetic of hobbies, but I just love it, and it's good for the mind. You can go for a really long bike ride, see some great scenery, have a coffee and head back again. I just love it. In fact, I got into it borrowing a bike on Nelson's beautiful cycleways and enjoyed it from that. I also have 2 beautiful grandchildren that my wife and I enjoy, not necessarily in that order. Of course, it depends on the behaviour of the grandchildren. No, just kidding. But those are 2 of my hobbies that take up my time outside of doing my band practice.
What is your favourite memory with the band?
That's a tough one. Lots of great memories with the NBS Nelson City Brass. Can I give more than one? It would be playing in the Cathedral, a duet with the wonderful Kay Mackenzie. That was a real thrill for me, and having the band backing us. It went all right. She was still smiling at the end of it, so we must have done okay. That was a great experience. Also, the jazz cabaret that we did at the Rutherford Hotel, that was brilliant. The band really showed its versatility, and it was on fire, and so was the crowd. And then also, I've been in the band since the C grade and seen it rise to the ranks of the A grade in the Auckland contest. I can't remember what year it was now, just 2 or 3 years ago. We were placed runners-up to the New Zealand A grade champions, and there was some fine bands, and we played just as well. We must have, because we nearly won it, and we really created history that day. So very proud to be part of the ensemble that was runner-up to New Zealand's A grade champions from Little Nelson.
What would you say is your favourite piece?
My favourite brass band piece of music, that's a tough one as well. I do like anything by Philip Spark. I was inspired by his music when I first heard his test piece Aotearoa, The Land of the Long White Cloud. And when I was in the Continental Band in the 80s, I actually sat under Philip Spark when he conducted his own piece as part of the band. So really enjoyed that. The other piece, I'm not sure who wrote it, but it was called Ballet for Band, which I really loved because it had a beautiful flugel horn solo in it. I've never actually had the opportunity to play it, but it's a piece where the flugel really just shows its class and its tone, and always they love that number as well. But there's lots of challenging music that we enjoy.
And finally, John, what would you say is the best thing about MBS Nelson City Brass?
The best thing about being a member of the Nelson City Brass is really just being inspired by the players around you. There's world-class players in the band, and that's not me saying that. That's some of the finest, most visited websites around the world that have named our players as world-class. And you just can't help but get on the edge of the seat and be inspired by these people and try and do the very best you can to enhance the work that everybody is doing in the band.